great deal has changed over the last 7 months. We have devolved into a paranoid personality disorder because policies at all levels of government are killing our businesses, our jobs, our interpersonal relationships, and our direct access to health care. No one at any level of government seems willing to relinquish powers and policies that no longer fit with the scientific evidence. People here are very angry. They're very scared. And they have been conditioned to be such by our governments, our health authorities, and our media. There have been too many excesses, and they have put people in this city in a horrible mental state. Everyone, the media particularly, but also, as I said, the governments and health authorities have created a new world, an alternate world, where no one is healthy. You are either symptomatic or asymptomatic. This is a ridiculous way to live, and it cannot be supported by science. We are healthy. 7 months ago, we were healthy or sick, not symptomatic or asymptomatic, and not to be trusted. Mask orders are divisive, and there's a sector of our city who have become the self-righteous compliant, who decide that they can look at somebody and say, I don't think you should be mask exempt. You don't look like it. Well, I don't know what that looks like, but they become abusive, and many of us have suffered that abuse. It's quite enough to live with disabilities, let alone have people attack you and think that you should be defending yourself to them. The masks have deterred open communication and trust. I don't know about you, but I seriously have issues hearing and understanding people when they're masked. I need them to take that down so I can also read their lips while they're talking. And I'm not even severely hearing deficient. What about those who are? Local social worker, who's very well respected, Frank DiPierdomenico, has stated, within my practice, I have noticed an increase in mental health issues. That is increased anxiety, paranoia, and suicide ideation. People are afraid to leave their homes. They will remain apprehensive and paranoid even after the COVID restrictions are lifted because they have been brainwashed. Dr. Almond himself has said, stress, anxiety, and isolation experienced during the pandemic, combined with less access to medical services and positive social support, could result in overdose. And in fact, we have had an increase in Ontario of 40% in suicides, all due to this emotional pandemic. It's time that we step back and reevaluate the risk-benefit ratio of these COVID policies. Many local businesses have suffered premature disability and death, impoverishing our citizens and creating a new homeless sector, all over a disease that has a lower death rate than the flu. Many of our businesses are afraid of being fined for non-compliance, but what nobody, it seems, has told them is that if they reject exempt people, if it's a staff, they're going to be charged with wrongful dismissal. If it's a citizen, they will be brought up before the Human Rights Code Tribunal. And they also are putting themselves in line for a $35,000 plus legal cost civil suits per incident. Has anyone instructed them on this? We have had messages sent, and I don't know, it seems like there's some humor involved in it, but I don't see the humor, that here's the mandate with the exemptions, but we're not going to talk too much about the exemptions. And, forgive me. And people are not actually informed of what the law states for them. The entire COVID agenda has fallen off the edge, and we call on you now, as our politicians, to be responsible for reducing the harm within the city, for creating a cohesive society once again, and to get rid of these mask mandates. Thank you.